What's going on, everyone? Jeremy here from The Quartering. I don't think I've ever seen a more insane post from a a video game company at perhaps the absolute worst time, where like essentially the whole world is keenly aware of video game companies, DEI, ESG, all these acronyms that basically mean their games are going to suck. CD Projekt Red, the company behind beloved Witcher 3, and I think now beloved Cyberpunk. Cyberpunk is one of those things where I think people still genuinely liked the game and they liked the anime that they came out with. What was it called? Night Runners or something like that. And CD Projekt Red did the best they could with, as bad as the situation was. They put out this tweet that is a full-throated support of DEI, and it is absolutely getting demolished. And I don't think I've ever seen anything like it. Just the level of tone deafness, the level of customer backlash, the level of, just weirdness in the tweet itself. It's so insane that I just had to cover it, and I hope you're going to enjoy this ride because CD Projekt Red's going to be asking for a little bit more of your money soon. So remember that. We're proud to receive look, if you get some weird award, right? Some award that you didn't even register for or whatever, you don't necessarily have to make a tweet about it and make a big deal about it. You could have just put the award on the wall in the office or whatever and moved about your day. But that's not what CD Projekt Red did. They made this tweet. We're proud to receive the Diversity Charter Award for menstrual leave benefit in the category of there's more than one menstrual leave benefit award. It has a separate category in terms of innovative approach to diversity, equity, and inclusion in business. Now, look, I love my ladies. I know that, they go through something every month. Some level of witchcraft or demonic thing takes over their body, and guys stay in the garage. But this is so insane. So it honors organizations showcasing outstanding commitment to fostering an inclusive workplace. This category is chosen by internet users. Shocking. I suspect it's Reddit. So thank you to everyone who voted for us. Who voted for this? Who participated in this poll? I need to know. I don't want to know. I need to know. Because I want to know what your day-to-day looks like, what you've got going on in your free time, what makes you think, hey, I'm going to vote on a bunch of subcategories of menstrual leave benefit categories for video game companies in which I do not work at. And here's where it gets insane. Here's a summary of the impact of the benefit during the first 9 months of implementation. Blood drop emoji. 39% of eligible Reds, I assume that means employees, have taken menstrual leave at least once. Blood drop number 2. They could have picked any other emoji, for crying out loud. On a monthly average, 11.3% of eligible employees use this benefit. And then a third blood drop, 57% use menstrual leave at least twice, with 1% using it every month. Now, I've seen videos of men on the internet claiming to have menstrual pains. So I don't know if this is, and we know that CD Projekt Red is an exceedingly woke company. So I don't know if, this is necessarily all women or not. I 5 years ago saying that, you would think I'm joking, but I legitimately don't know how many were women and men. Then they wrote, these numbers, along with the recognition we've received, show that Reds are using their benefit responsibly and highlight the safety and supportiveness of our workplace, says, I'm not very European name, our Director of Culture, Diversity, and Inclusion. But we're not stopping there. We are now a part of Career Cycle. Oh, wait, get it? Menstrual cycle, career cycle? Oh, my God. A program initiated by another Kulzik Foundation. The initiative unites organizations and companies that create an inclusive work environment by increasing awareness of menstrual health. Yeah, every man needs to hear more about periods. that's great. Now, look, I'm all for removing the stigma of it. I'm all for having, products in the women's bathroom and the company paying for that. I think that's great. Having, disposal stuff, all that's good, smart, and that's what you should do. I think that's normal. But I don't know if we have to make a whole Twitter thread about it. I think ultimately when you look at, if you're not a weirdo and you work or live with women, this is a part of everyday life. It's not anything weird. It's not anything that should be awarded. It's just part of life. It's not anything to put a trophy in your trophy case about. Like, don't be weird. Women have periods. It's not that big a deal. And they have this to put out this award. Like, they literally posed for a picture with an actual award. And they tweeted this thinking, hey, this is a good idea. Then you have obviously some of the posts, I've got the classic crying while firing upon somebody meme. You got Brendan Morse, what happened to this company? And G Prime says, what a damn joke. Heels versus Babyface says April 1st was last month. Savvy Artist, a woman, says, what are Reds? What is Reds? I assume that's, like I said, their employees. Jeremy Griggs, D-Day Cobra in here with the what face? Yellow Flash, and like Carl Benjamin in here with the Lamau. Mineral Wasser Enjoyer says, so this means women are less productive at CD Projekt Red. Cheesy Currents writes, women work just as hard as men, except 1 week every single month, which is not necessarily true, but I do get the joke. I've rolled my eyes so hard that I can see my brain trying to escape the nonsense I just read. Work 70% of the time, earn 70% of the pay. The math checks out. A classic pay gap meme. Can males have menstrual leave? I mean, I don't know what a male is. Disbrew, we've discovered why the wage gap exists. Look, if you're not feeling good and you want to work from home or you accommodate that kind of thing, like, that's just normal. Like, don't be a douche, that's speaking of menstrual care. But anyway, you can, it's like whatever, I don't want to talk about my personal menstrual policies in front of my female employee who's just trying to do her job right now. But hypothetically, if she called me and was like, I don't feel very good, I'd say, like, it's cool. You don't have to come in. I don't have to have a policy about it. It's weird. Then you have proud to advertise that you're abandoning 98% of your base. Gaming is so cooked. Thank you for killing the Witcher 4 hype before I even considered a pre-order. By the way, I would never pre-order anything from CD Projekt Red anymore after Cyberpunk, the Cyberpunk disaster. Lamau is this real despot for ESG cuckbucks. This is so disappointing. One of these people too, where is this? CD Projekt Red is gone. Where is this? Something about somebody's like, I'm going to be short, note to self, avoid CD Projekt Red and games from here on in every way possible. I mean, look, I think The Witcher 3 is fine. I think obviously there were a non-zero amount of like weird woke things in Cyberpunk 2077. That's undeniable. I just, people saying, what company finished last in the DEI awards so I can buy all of their games. I'm going to start shorting your stock. Cool. When are you going to finish that mod kit for your game that's 10 years old? I mean, nobody. Now, will people like look at this and say, finally, will people not buy Witcher 4 because of this? I mean, there'll be some percentage of them. I would almost certainly say, the person who posted gamer with a Y, of course, if I identify as a woman, can I take like a week off a month for my lady time? I'll still get paid, right? CD Projekt Red is a woke company. It always has been. If you go to their website, they have an entire section on diversity and inclusion. They have their own pride parades. They sponsor all this crap that people give them a pass for because Witcher 3 was great. But they do, they have, diversity in games, menstrual leave, the diversity charter, sustainability. Well, they're fine. You want to do good for the environment. I support that. This is a company that's publicly traded, which has, done nothing but go down since 2000 and 2000 they had in a 5 year they were at $30 a share. Right now they are at $9 a share. But again, this is what happens when you have publicly traded companies, and they get mocked, rightfully so. The idea that I can't believe they haven't hidden any comments. Like nobody there was like, here's a classic meme, rock solid. Are you sure this will help us sell more video games? Video games? I mean, Grums, do they still make games? Nerdrotic, time to make a Blood Origin game. Savvy Artist, there's a menstrual cycle for DEI category. I would love to see the writing for this. How can it be claimed and who it applies to? Someone was hired for this. Someone is paid at the company to deal with this. Women are dunking on this. I know, obviously, guys are hitting them with we want the same pay, but we also want to take a week, a month off. Again, you want to work from home, I assume. I don't really. Again, some things you just have a nice policy for, and you don't need to take a victory lap. Why would you ever, if you have a policy for giving people off 25% of the time, why would you hire any women? It's insane. Fixed it. Oh, they put it the background for King Henry or whatever. What an absolute clown show. Everybody absolutely dunking on them. Couldn't have happened. I shouldn't say that. I was gonna say couldn't have happened to a better. I mean, I like CD Projekt Red's games. I like what they do. I don't have anything against them, except for now I just don't feel like I can give these people my money anymore. Hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to leave a like on it. We'll talk to you again real soon.